right now, we are very, very lucky to be joined by Australian Sevens superstar and now Queensland Red player, Teagan Levi. Welcome to the Summer Run Home.
Thank you.
There we go. Now, we're not going to chat too much on-field stuff of the Olympics because it was a little bit of heartbreak over there, but tell us what the overall experience was like living through that Olympics sort of couple of weeks you're over there.
Yeah, I guess it's a dream come true to go to the Olympics. Obviously, we didn't get the result we wanted, but I think the girls have taken the next step with our footy journey. Over in the Olympics, you got to meet so many different sportsmen and women and see how they uphold themselves. So I think it was pretty cool to meet people like Simone Biles and even Ariane Titmus and all of those amazing athletes.
Oh, wow. You've just dropped a couple of massive names on the
I
floor
like
there. Teagan just coming swinging, name-dropping central here. Was that, did you guys stay in the village? Was the village everything it sort of was hyped up to be from those looking on from afar?
Yeah, we got to stay in the village and we were in there at the first week in the village, so it wasn't too busy, but we were in there with the swimmers and yeah, it was definitely lived up to the hype. It was awesome to see all the different countries and all the different sports. As I said, they uphold themselves really well and it's very eye-opening as I'm still very young, so just to look at all of that and inspire to be like that one day.
Yeah, the ones that inspired you to be like that, was there anyone or any team you looked at? You don't have to name names, just give me a sport where you looked at and go, you know what, that's not what I want to live up to. Who was the loose ones off field that you were like, yeah, you're making a bit of noise in the village?
Oh, I wouldn't say anyone like in the village that I wouldn't live up to. It was pretty quiet at the start. I can't say the same for the end, but yeah, it was pretty just chill.
So talk us through the end then. It sounds like at the start, everyone's going through they've got their game faces on. They're at the Olympics. They want to do well. But then there's a sort of turn after week 2 because we know the swimmers, they get the job done in the first week and then they're notoriously some of the loudest ones. So what was the after parties like when it was all said and done? Good fun?
Well, we got after we were there, it was 24 to 48 hours that we had to be outside the village.
That's
so,
right, yeah.
After we competed, we were out of the village, and some of us went and sailed Croatia after, just for holidays. But by the sounds of it, it sounds like it was pretty wild. Apparently, Australia always do it best, so that was something we heard.
Well, mate, you've had your Olympic experience, and now you've made the move from sevens to the 15 person side. You're playing for the Reds with your sister Maddie, and you're hoping to make. Are you hoping to make the Wallaroos side?
Yeah, 100%. That would be a dream come true to be a dual international. I think it's one thing to be an international athlete and travel the world, but to be a dual is amazing. And I think we've just got to put our best foot forward, firstly with the Reds and hopefully get selected to join the Wallaroos team to maybe benefit them in a way, just like they would benefit Rugby Australia.
And it's obviously a huge jump going from, the sevens to the 15-person game, as Barney said. Are you changing anything in particular in the game or your training or the way you play, Teagan? What's it sort of shaping up like as you get ready for the Queensland
we
Reds?
went back home before Christmas and did some training with the Queensland Reds. Some of us have never played 15s before, so it was very eye-opening to see the different style of footy, and I guess there's not as much space out on the field, so it means that you've got to make some space yourself or let someone outside you make the space for you to get the offload. So I think just playing eyes up footy is always the best thing that you can do. But yeah, that's pretty just like the basics and just keep moving around out on the 15s field.
I love that you've dropped eyes up footy. That's my favourite brand of footy to watch. But I've got to ask, are you enjoying? Because obviously it looks to the observer, the sevens is just so frenetic. The pace is so much like there's no chance to stop. Are you enjoying? You get maybe a little more of a breather in the 15-person game.
Yeah, 100%. Sevens is a battle of the fittest, as I say always. 15s obviously haven't played a game yet, but I guess it's more physical and run it straight at each other, which I guess all of us sevens girls are up for that challenge. We love contact, so that would be really exciting. But yeah, I think the fitness levels is definitely different to sevens, but I think we should go good.
And you scored a try in each of your group matches over there in Paris. Are you hoping to bring that sort of try-scoring form over to the Queensland Reds, Teagan?
Yeah, I hope so. I would love to score a try for the Reds. They're like my home club, which is something special. I think we get to go back and play for someone we represent back at home and where we first started our footy. So I think that's really exciting. So to bag a try would be awesome.
Is that something you're going to be competitive with your sister Maddie about? Who gets the most meat pies?
I guess I don't really have a choice. Sits out on the wing and gets the ball out there. And, I say that I do the hard work all the time, but most of the time she still has to do the hard work. So I never try and beat her for the meat pies, but I'll make sure that she always gets the meat pies.
Hey, Teagan, it sounds like your journey to where you are now is maybe a little bit different because I'm going to ask first, did you play sort of, normal touch footy growing up before moving to the sevens? Because I'm reading here, you actually got drafted by the Gold Coast Suns back in 2021, but I don't think you played a game. Is that true? So you played a bit of AFL growing up as well?
Yeah, so I actually started off as a dancer and wanted to sail on cruise ships. And then for a day of school, I played touch and then loved that. And then played AFL as well and loved that. And then also played rugby sevens. Got selected for the Gold Coast Suns AFLW, but then we had to make a decision between AFLW and rugby sevens. And I just don't think you can beat traveling the world as a full-time athlete in a female sports. Not many people get to do that. So I think while you can take it with two hands, which is pretty amazing.
Mate, you sorry, I'm just flabbergasted by the first thing you said. You were a dancer and your dream was to dance on cruise ships, be part of that show. I've got to say, if you thought the end of the Olympics was wild, I've done a bit of work on cruise ships. A crew bar late at night, that's next level. What drew you to that?
I think growing up, Mum just put us into dancing and cheerleading, so we just loved that. And I think that was the next step in the dancing world. But then obviously everyone loves a day off school, so took that with two hands and fell in love with touch AFL and rugby sevens and made the switch. I thought to myself, I can't be a dancer my whole life. Let's make a future with something else. So that was pretty exciting and a big switch, but yeah, I definitely don't regret that.
Well, Teagan, it's quite ironic because you're now managed by Matt Rogers. It was also his dream to be a dancer on a cruise ship when he was growing up as well. So the Rat is obviously a friend of SEN around the hallways here. What's he like? What's he like as a manager? And more importantly, can you give us some goss about the Rat? Because he likes to project a bit of a clean image around here. What do you got for us?
Nah, he's a great bloke. I think every time I get to go home, I'm learning of him, whether it be he's taking me for a kicking session when I'm back home or coming over and giving me tips on what I need to improve. And he's a great person, I think, on and off the field. And obviously he's made something so big in the rugby world. And so it's awesome to get some feedback from him and follow in his footsteps. I don't think I have too much things to say about him, to be honest.
You are too nice, Teagan. That's what I'm learning from this chat. You are way too nice. I know you've got dirt there. Maybe next time we'll get it off you.
Mate, hey, the Rat was a semi-finalist on Dancing with the Stars.
It was.
Was it your tips that, like, he gives you rugby tips? Did you give him some dancing tips?
Yeah, 100%. I had to give him some dancing tips, make sure he got close to the final.
And Teagan, so you're a big fan of the Parramatta Eels, I hear. Do you have time in your busy schedule? I'm sure it's very flat out with everything that you're doing to see much of Parramatta last year at all. And more importantly, I suppose, how do you think they're going to go in season 2025? Are they bouncing back?
Guess it's just a family tradition. Mum's a Parramatta Eels supporter and Dad's Manly, so I took Mum out and went with Parramatta Eels. But yeah, I think hopefully that they get a good chance this year.
And what about potentially playing for the Parramatta Eels, Teagan? Can we drop an exclusive here that you've got big dreams and hopes of one day playing in the NRLW? What do you say about that?
Yeah, no doors ever shut. At the moment, my eyes are set on 7s and then 15s. So the door's open definitely, and I don't know if Parramatta Eels will be the club I will go to, but it will definitely be a dream to play NRLW and follow in my dad's footsteps in playing that.
So that would make, if you could do that and represent Australia, then that could make you a try international eventually.
Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah, 100%.
Take that, Matt Rogers.
Yeah. With your little dual international thing. Hey, mate, before we go, we've been talking captains, and we've just realised that the Eels lost their captain. Have they named a captain?
Oh, I don't think they have.
Is there someone from that squad you think should step up in the leadership role?
Not too sure. I'm not sure if I'm the best person to give my my choice of picture there, but
Just text Matt Rogers, he'll have an opinion.
Yeah, I definitely think a leader is someone that everyone respects, and they respect everyone as well, and someone that will always put themselves or their team first, and will always look out for them. So I think someone that does that is someone that should be a leader. So hopefully they can pick the best person that is going to lead their team.
Any hopes for yourself to sort of take on a leadership role with the Queensland Reds? Obviously early in your career there, but is that something you sort of aspire to?
Yeah, hopefully one day I'd love to be part of a leadership team, but for now I think I'm just happy with playing footy and still growing my game. I'd love to grow my game, so then when I get older I can teach the next generation and hopefully get them some experience and give them some leadership and some wise words.
Well, Teagan, we're looking forward to seeing you run around with the Queensland Reds this year, and hopefully in the Wallaroos very soon on the horizon. Thanks for joining us on the summer run home.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're still here? We'll see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio. Because if you don't, you're an A grade, but if you do, you're the absolute Mickey.